2 years ago, my relationship ended in the worst possible way. My ex had an ongoing affair with a guy named Mike. They were involved for months behind my back, and I eventually caught them together in our shared apartment. She admitted everything, and that was the end of us. Mike knew she was in a relationship with me, so he wasn't some clueless third party. He was just as responsible. Fast forward to the present, I've been with my new girlfriend, Kelly, for about 6 months. She's been great, and things have been going really well between us. Recently, she invited me to a party her company was throwing. Everything was good, until she introduced me to one of her coworkers. It was Mike. The moment was incredibly uncomfortable, but neither of us acknowledged what had happened in the past. Later, when we got back to her place, I brought it up. I asked about her history with Mike. She seemed surprised and admitted that they used to be friends with benefits. What made this more complicated is that she already knew how my previous relationship ended, though I had never told her who the guy was. When I explained that Mike was the one involved with my ex, she was genuinely shocked. She immediately reassured me that nothing was going on between them now and that she would never betray me like that. Still, it's hard for me to feel calm. The fact that she once had a sexual relationship with him, and now works with him, brings up all kinds of emotions I can't quite suppress. I know Kelly hasn't done anything wrong. The timing is just unfortunate, and none of this is really her fault. She's been honest and transparent. But I can't shake the feeling of unease. I don't trust Mike, and knowing they share a workplace makes it worse. Some people might say I'm overthinking it or letting my past dictate my present. Others might say it's reason enough to walk away now, before things go deeper. Honestly, I don't know where I stand. Part of me wants to trust her, but the other part keeps flashing back to how badly I was burned before. There's no clear answer here, only what I can or can't live with. And right now, I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to fully let this go. It's tough to deal with the fact that Mike, of all people, has become such a painful figure in my life. A few days after the first time I shared what happened, I sat down and had a heartfelt conversation with my girlfriend. I opened up about everything, how much I trusted my ex, how blindsided I was to walk in on them together, and how devastating it was to see someone I loved betray me like that. I admitted how hard I fought back tears while my ex scrambled to justify what she did, and how deeply that moment affected me. Maybe I take things too personally, but Mike isn't just some random guy or just a fling from Kelly's past. He's tied to one of the most painful experiences I've ever had, and now I have to face the fact that my current girlfriend once slept with him and sees him regularly. That realization brought back a wave of hurt, anger, and shame I thought I had moved past. But Kelly listened, really listened, and told me she would do whatever she could to help me feel safe and at ease. When I asked her about how things ended between her and Mike, she told me she was looking for something real and that their fling ended well before we ever met. She said she hasn't thought of him in a romantic or sexual way since, especially not after starting a relationship with me. She also said she never imagined Mike would be capable of something like what happened, and if she had known, she never would have gotten involved with him. In that moment, I chose to try. I chose to believe her and give this relationship a real chance. Kelly has shown me love and support, and even if my emotions are messy and complicated, there's no concrete reason not to trust her. After our talk, we even managed to lighten the mood. She joked that I probably wouldn't want to go to any more work parties. I told her I wasn't going to let someone like Mike stop me from enjoying time with her or living my life. I also asked if she'd have my back if anything ever happened with him again. She promised she would, and added with a smirk that she'd tell everyone how small his dick is if he tried anything. We hugged, and I felt a little lighter. I honestly don't know what the future holds, and maybe I'm being foolish. But I don't want the pain of my past to steal the happiness I might have now. I just hope I'm making the right choice. It's been 31 days since the last update, and we're still going strong. I've had moments of unease, some anxiety here and there, but a mix of both good and bad things have happened during this time. On the difficult side, Mike reached out to my girlfriend, messaging her and even harassing her several times. He brought me up in his messages and clearly tried to rekindle something between them. The upside, though, is that Mike ended up getting fired as a result of his actions. While I hate that my girlfriend had to deal with his harassment, there's definitely a sense of relief knowing she no longer has to see him at work. She blocked him on all her social media accounts and made sure to save evidence of his behavior. It turns out that he was careless enough to act inappropriately at work, right in front of a few other employees who witnessed and overheard what happened. Luckily, my girlfriend is completely safe and unharmed. Mike did invade her personal space, which made me angry, but she stood her ground and handled the situation really well. Even though I always trusted her, what happened lifted a huge weight off my shoulders. It's a big relief knowing she shut him down and that the workplace finally took action. Apparently, this wasn't the first time Mike had been warned about similar behavior. This incident just pushed things over the edge.